Welcome to ATB TV. I'm Kazim Balogun, and I have my colleague in Auburn, attending Indaba. So, guys, and to the viewers,
Come again.
Hello.
Hi, good morning to everyone.
Hello.
all right. So, quickly, tell me what has been the situation, as it concerns ATB and Indaba. I know the event is all about Africa and it's all about tourism. So, what is the situation there as it concerns ATB and the activities that we hope to participate in? Any either of
Well,
you can answer. Probably Ambassador Sandili. Okay.
She can go ahead first. Ladies first, please.
Okay.
good morning,
Okay.
everyone, straight from Indaba, Durban. You can see that we are very excited because this is the first event after the COVID. So everyone is very excited with the idea of finally going back to normal life. So you have a lot of things around tourism happening around here, and everyone's got something new or something big to offer. So it's been hectic. We managed to meet a lot of people, and what is common in all of them is that they're saying that we are ready. We are here to showcase Africa, and we are here to receive not only the world but especially Africans. So we are here to see what are the conditions created in order to promote the intra-African tourism, and looks like we are finally talking the same language when it comes to promoting the intra-African tourism. We all understood that one thing that we learned from this pandemic is that we need to explore what we have inside here. We need to allow ourselves to get to know Africa as Africans, and most of all, we need to tell our stories in a way that is empowering, not only for the country as individually, but as country itself, as Africa after all. So it's very exciting to see the amount of things that we have to show, and the amount of stories that we have to tell about Africa, and that everyone is open to give their contribution towards that big story that Africa have to tell to the world. So thank you so much, and I think that from now on we will be start preparing for what is going to be next year. But until then, we have a lot of work to do. So by next year, we are talking about the next level of this agenda that is promoting the intra-African tourism. Mr. Sandile.
I don't know where to start.
Lovely.
My colleague
Lovely.
here has put the nail in the coffin. She has basically put it off. But in terms of ATB, I think as an organization that is looking to umbrella tourism in Africa, I think we have discovered that our work is so much yet so little, because everyone is of the idea that we need to work together and synergize and speak in one voice. And as ATB, they are appreciating that ATB is their umbrella. We managed to get access to certain ministers, several ministers who are in attendance, from as far as DRC, Zambia, Malawi, Swatini, you name them. They are very, very excited to affiliate and be part of the ATB. And for us, that is a milestone, and it also shows that whatever we are representing is the same common goal: intra-Africa travel. Let's support each other. Let's remove the borderlines. Let's remove the issues that are affecting travel in Africa: the visa issue, the passport issue, the expensive flights issue. you know, the rebranding of Africa and telling our stories the way we want as Africans to be told, not how they are being told by others, but also appreciating that each country has its own story to tell. So rebranding Africa doesn't mean we are put in one pot. Botswana has to tell the story in their way, but through the African Tourism Board, they have that platform to be presented in that format where you go into African Tourism Board, but you are still find Botswana presented the way they want, Angola presented the way they want, within one body and speaking in one voice, and also supporting each other. We also learned that we need to speak together, and if we're working within one organization, because we're looking for the same sponsors, we discovered that we as Africans were doing the same thing around different times, but asking for support from the same sponsors. And the sponsors are confused. Why aren't you discussing together? If we're doing a gastronomy, let us all go to Tanzania and Zanzibar and do it there, and then you can wait your turn next year. Cultural carnival, let's all go to Botswana, rather than someone is doing it in Kenya and someone else is doing it in South Africa. And then the sponsors are confused because the pot for support is one pot, a very few limited sponsors. So these are the kind of synergies that we discovered here, and everyone is willing to jump into that and say, okay, ATB, you lead us, you give us the direction. So it is very interesting to see people who are out there, Africans that want to take advantage of this opportunity of being together in tourism.
Absolutely, that's awesome. That's awesome. Personally, I'm impressed, and I truly appreciate what you guys are doing there. You know, I was discussing with Chairman this morning, and he's highly proud of you. And tell me, with lunch, there's going to be an event in Zambia. What are we looking at? And how do you think such an event can bring Africans together, like what you said in terms of planning together? So, what are those things that Africans should be looking forward to when it comes to Lusaka event?
Yes, I hope I heard you correct. You are finding out what the Africans are looking for in terms of support for hosting such events. I think mostly
in Lusaka
is like maybe going back to what we presented. You will correct me, my colleague, but in terms of the governments need to understand that we are trying to, as a continent, we want to speak in one voice, so we do not have to compete amongst each other. So we can then give support, and the funds can go to one state. TV-INDABA, we all come here, and then it's easy for TV-INDABA to basically solicit the funds and get the financial sponsorship to be able to host this. So that if Mozambique wants to do the same thing next month, then it's become difficult for the sponsors to raise funds and to basically implement these kind of things, and then it looks like things become a flop. So we need to be prepared to all let go and come to Indaba. We have to let go and go to do another one in Nigeria. We have to let go, and then we can then support each other, I think. And then the governments also, they always say governments are not going to give us money. I think the tourism divisions in every government get the lowest budget. Yes. They get the lowest budget because our money and business is not from government. Our money and business is amongst ourselves, and it's amongst the people, in people's pockets. Tourism does not come from government; it comes from us. So we need to be selling each other's products a lot more.
Okay. Awesome.
Especially and one of the biggest challenges is going to be ensuring that everyone that is doing things in Africa, they get connected so they don't overlap. Like we were saying, like Indaba is happening now. You can't have a situation that next year in other countries something similar is happening. So we need to be coordinating in order to do a lot of things, but things that complement each other. So if we join efforts to support one initiative such as Indaba, the benefits and the gains are going to be much bigger than if we go alone. So this is the kind of effort. We know that this month we have bushfire, for instance, in Eswatini. Everyone knows that there is a bushfire in Eswatini because it's established event, and at that moment nothing else happens other than bushfire. So that's the kind of synergies that we are trying to see, that we don't overlap, we work together, we support each other's initiative. So by the time we come out, we are talking in one voice. We are saying that we are coordinated as a continent.
Okay. Great. So on the parting shot, because we don't have much time, what is your message for our members, within Africa and all over the world, ATB members? How do you want to encourage them?
Maybe you can start.
I mean, being ATB member is being able to do what we're doing, which is taking advantage of this platform that Africa is putting together for us. And this will not happen unless we have the support from each member in their own country. So this is possible because we have ambassadors in each country representing, because we have members in each country doing their part. What we're doing after all is a value to ATB members after all, because what makes ATB is their members, either a country's company or individually. So what we're doing here, any other member can do anywhere else, as long as is a full ATB members, and we can't wait to have in our 54 countries one ambassador representing, because once we are done with that, we will ensure that we have hands and eyes and legs everywhere to take this agenda far away.
I think
Great.
she's hit the nail in the
And
coffin.
yeah,
I think she's hit the nail in the coffin. For me,
Go
is to say we are seeing people that are here representing different forums and different organizations from different levels. But if we are here as ATB, our presence here automatically says all 54 countries are represented. So by being part of ATB, you are automatically represented in such forums without having to be here, because it's not possible for everyone in the 54 countries to be here. But when the ATB is here, you are as good as here, because everything that is happening here, ATB will check it back to you immediately. We are looking to have a stand next time, so that we are able to have a reporting system back to all our members on a daily basis on what is happening, live feed, on what is happening at the Indaba or any other tourism forum. And that way they've got representation immediately of without having to be here, but by virtue of being part of the ATB, they have direct representation within all the structures that are available. So it's unlimited. It's very limitless. The values that ATB brings are very limitless, because you are recognized from national level all the way to the smallest individual, and ATB covers all that. And it's up to you to tell us what you want, and because you are in one pot, we find it for you.
Okay.
And we can't wait to meet in July. We can't wait to meet again in July, because there's this invitation that is being extended to ATB to attend the event, the summit, the AU summit in Zambia. And this is a platform where we'll be able not to have only one, but many 26 ministers to whom we can approach to pass this message that we need to have one voice. I mean, this is having them all in the same place is already the starting point. It's up to us about how we want to take advantage of this opportunity, and we would like to encourage more ambassadors, more ATB members to be part of this massive event that is going to take place in Zambia.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
So great. It's been wonderful talking to you guys, and I'm very, very elated. I'm sure other people will be interested in getting to know what is going to happen, and I'm sure we will catch up next time, because I know that you guys need to catch up with some meetings. So for those that will be joining us later to watch this, it's been ATB TV, and reaching out to my colleagues out there in Indaba, Durban. So bye bye here, and see you next time. Bye bye. Okay. Oh, lovely.
Bye.
Lovely day. It's great out there. Wonderful.
Thank you for having us.
Wonderful.
Bye-bye.
I'm sure many of us would like to be there. Great. Okay. I'm signing out. All right.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.